Alrighty then, hey, this is Wentis yet again. I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure. In the last episode, we went through the sky deck of the egg carrier and managed to rescue Amy, and left her with Tails as we went on to confront Eggman and Chaos. We managed to destroy Chaos, and it seems he may be gone for good this time. However, when we chased Eggman off the ship and fell to what seemed like it would have been our death, but Sonic is invincible from falling damage, we landed in front of this temple here, which seemed to open up with this snake's mouth here, and that shining sphere that always gives us advice flew into it. Now, I thought that was interesting. When I first played the game, I always thought that shining sphere was just like a tutorial thing of like, oh, this is just the disembodied voice that tells you what to do. But no, it's actually a character that showed up in that scene, and Sonic's following the light into this temple. And we immediately have Lost World, what I believe is the last action stage in Sonic's story. It just says, get to the center of the ruins. Now, this is a very unique stage. It plays differently from all the others. It's not as fast-paced. It's, honestly, I love how the place looks. Like, the whole destroyed ruins, there's the snake theme going on. And, I don't know, it's something about this stage is really cool to me. And the idea is that we're supposed to be chasing that light that we saw go in here. We don't see it anymore, but we're trying to find where it was leading us. It's given us advice thus far on the journey, so I'd say it's pretty trustworthy. Now we have to avoid all these ancient traps here. There's fire, there's these pillars that keep sticking out. It's not exactly the safest place to be, but hey, what do you expect from an Indiana Jones style temple? Now, I believe, yeah, all around here you can fall to your death, actually. And, oh well, let's just continue along. You can run... What the... I glitched out the game so he's running on the camera. That was fantastic. Either way, you can go across here. There's a spike pit. And I fell right onto it. Fantastic. So if we get up here, we have a checkpoint. Now, I mean, just look at this. The whole... flaming snakes, and that thing just opened up to show a deeper part of the temple. This is just so cool to me. And this, especially right here. We've actually caught up with the light here.
Press the 3 hidden switches in the room to open the front door.
Alright, so we have to find 3 hidden switches in the room. Now this area, I gotta say, is one of the most difficult to get through in the game, in my opinion. I always have trouble with this. And I just realized these stairs were like the snake's tongue and they opened up. Ooh, that's turquoise. That's really nice. Oh well, I'm getting distracted by the scenery too much. As you can see, we have that snake thing swimming through the water. I don't know how it works exactly. It's made of stone, yet it seems to be alive somehow. Now here is the first of the switches we have to press. We press this, it'll raise the water level. Now we can't really go back down to where we were anymore because, well, Sonic can't swim. What we have to do, we have to jump onto this snake. He'll go underwater, but because we're standing on him and he'll come back up, we are safe on it. It's a bit buggy while you're standing on it, but not too bad. And we just have to stay on this and wait for an opportunity to jump off, such as right here. Oh, wait, no, that other switch was not actually the one I was thinking of. This is the first of the switches that open the door. Those big blue switches are the ones that change the water level, such as right here. So we're going to raise the water level again in order to continue progressing through the room. It looks like we may have to go back there a bit. So, let's jump back on the snake. I should mention, if you fall off the snake, it is instant death. Also, here's the second of the 3 switches. Now, let's see if we can get on the snake. Yes! Alright. So, this is not exactly the safest thing. This is, I don't know, this is just really cool, I always thought. The whole jumping across the snake thing. Here we have an electric shield and an extra life to grab. Here, I believe, does this raise the water level? No, it does not. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, we'll just wait for the snake here. And wait, this room, the idea of just riding the snake up, the snake is floating through the water, so if we raise the water level, the snake goes higher. Oh wait, here's what we were supposed to do. Whoa! Those spikes almost fell down and destroyed my shield. So we just jump across here, and we can raise water level again, and we can see the final switch is over there. So we just have the water level risen one last time, and we continue moving. Just looking over at my recording stuff and making sure I'm still recording everything just fine. Don't want to have to re-record this level. Oh, and just listen to the music here as well. It just, I love this stage. It's challenging, it's fun. Everything about this is just fantastic. And oh, I missed the button. It's a bit further down, isn't it? Oh well, I guess we'll just wait for the snake to come back around. Oh, there it is. I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay, we glitched out, but I'll take it. I survived. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this red button to open the door. And now that we've got that, let's jump back on the snake. Oh, almost too late. Wow, I can't stop saying that. Just look at this. This is just so cool. Oh, sadness. I have to do that room all over again. So, meet you back when I do that again. Alright, now we got the door open again. Just need to get back on the snake. As you may notice by my life counter, I actually died again trying out a different speedrunning tactic, but it worked the second time. Either way, let's just go ahead and get out of here. And I gotta say, I didn't say it earlier, but this mission, even though the city mission was the one that always held the most strong memories for me, this, I gotta say, is the best, in my opinion, the best designed level in the game. And I just, look at this. Now inside I don't even know how to describe this place. It's got a lot of really great mechanics in this level. It's very fun, and it's a unique level to say the least. Most of the others just feel like you're running through them. This one feels different.
Use the mirror to help guide you.
This is another thing. A blackened room where you can hardly see ahead except for fire and danger. You just step up to this mirror here and reflect it at the bigger mirror. It reveals your path. Another new mechanic, and there's these flaming arrows going across here. And we just have to keep jumping onto these and aiming the mirrors at the bigger mirrors in order to give us a bit more light. I really like this mechanic, the idea that you can't really see where you're going. Here, it's not as big of a deal. Also, there's... I've actually never gone this way. So I guess this is a bit of a shortcut you can take. Jump on this mirror here to reveal a bit more of the way ahead. We have more of the flaming arrows, and here we have to do a light speed dash across this area. Alright, and the electric shield can sometimes screw up the lightspeed dash really badly, but luckily it usually works. Also, here we have this water sliding portion. Normally we'd go around for rings, but our electric shield should be taking care of that for the most part, but it didn't. And oh, we are falling down into a waterfall, and just seeing how deep this temple goes. Whatever civilization must have made this must have been pretty advanced. But yet they were wiped out. But what could have wiped out a civilization capable of making this? I mean, even though this may be like stone and such, this is pretty advanced stuff. I mean, these fires are still burning after centuries. Oh, and Indiana Jones time! We have to run away from the boulder. Still, a lot of this stuff may look old-fashioned, but when you think about what it's really doing, like the temples opening automatically, it's very similar to modern-day technology, if you ask me. I don't know, this place always seemed like a really advanced civilization for its time, and yet it was wiped out by who knows what. Now, I believe this is the room? No, this is not the room. The room I'm thinking of comes later. We can get a little shield by jumping off that guy and going up here. Now, I believe inside here... No, there's nothing inside this little building here. Up ahead, though, is a very unique room that I like a lot. It adds a puzzle element to this game. Now, you see these tiles along the wall. Now, if we press this button here, we just have to press this multiple times. It adjusts the tiles. Now, if we can just get it just right, the tiles are lined up. And now, this lets us run along the walls. Now, this is such a cool mechanic. I mean, running along the walls, we have all these traps along the way. And the cool thing is, you can readjust the panels so that you can set up different patterns with them to run up and try to get higher up into the temple. Oh, and I fell down. But once again, I may have fallen down, but I'm in a completely different area now. So these guys here, I can't ever seem to hit them. Ah, whatever. It's just... Alright, we have a wall panel lit up here. If we can just get the camera to work with us. Okay, I can't seem to get to that wall panel, so we got another one set up here. Let's go ahead across it. Go up here. And we're back where we were. I don't even know how to describe this exactly. Just this whole thing of being able to change these on the wall into different shapes. And it's not exactly an in-depth puzzle, but it does require you to move things around a bit and adjust the stage to your liking. There's these traps here, another one of these fiery enemies. I really want to get that checkpoint. Thank you very much. Now, keep moving along here. We have found a tunnel. Have to move through it quickly because of these traps. But it just leads us to more of this room. This area now falls into place. Yeah, I guess I was wrong calling it a puzzle element, but this is still pretty cool, you gotta admit. It's a mechanic that's used only in this stage of the game, so I don't know, I always thought it was really interesting. You drop down here, you can move to this trap-filled hallway, and keep moving along, drop down here. And we have another room here. I believe here we're gonna have to light speed dash, yes. So we just go across this trail of rings to get across the room, and jump across here. And here we have something very different. This room feels very eerie. Yes. And that's the end of the stage, by the way. No normal marker for it, but we are now at the center of the temple. It's very... This whole temple has been very strange. And let's see what we got inside of it.
Yeah, not bad. Wow, what's this? A mural. What's this place? Where am I? This is really weird.
So we're now somewhere very different. We were just out in the center of that temple where we saw that depiction of... It looked like a giant serpent-like monster wiping out a civilization. Now things have an orangish tint to them here. As we get closer to that temple-looking thing, or shrine, we see that it's on fire. If we look at that shrine closely, it looks a lot like that one where we saw that giant emerald in it before. Only now, it seems like it's being freshly destroyed. Here on the ground, we find... Now we're outside the temple.
What was that all about? I don't think I'm dreaming here. Eggman! What's he doing here? Well, never mind. This time I'll get him good!
Alright, so that just happened. We saw... It's hard even to say what we saw. But that light that we were following around seems to have given us a bit of a vision. And we're now outside the temple again. And there we can see a large tower. In fact, what could be a city with Eggman's face marked on it. And a bridge going across to it. Looks like Eggman's been busy. So, let's go ahead and go to that city in the next episode. Sorry this one was a bit shorter than most, but I felt like last episode was a bit too long, and this episode I'm going to make short to make up for it. We did have a very long stage in this episode, and we saw some very interesting images. So, next time we'll be chasing after Eggman and going to that city. See you guys then.